Hello, 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 and welcome to my birthday podcast.
What?
Yeah, that's right. It's happening. It's today.
Wow.
It's not even like Sunday, and we're celebrating. No, it's actually today. So thank you in advance. I really appreciate all the kind words I've gotten from everybody already.
Happy
No,
birthday
we're not doing
to
that right now.
you.
That is such a waste of time.
Happy birthday to you.
No.
Happy birthday, dear Dane, Prince of the Rag Company. Happy birthday to you.
Sorry.
Wow, that
singers.
was melodic.
And many more.
Yeah, all right.
Yay.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'll clap for that. Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's
And
a great-
obviously, the sweet
Perfect
serenading
use of time.
voice.
Perfect use of time.
Levi Gates to my right.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
I'm not a professional singer.
the powerful pipes of Anthony to my left.
Powerful pipe and stuff. My windpipes are.
Oh,
yeah, that was
boy.
fine.
Okay. So anyway, how about some housekeeping? Nothing to do with me, but how about
Okay.
some housekeeping?
Well, okay. Well, Dane's birthday. I know it doesn't have to do with
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
but it is
important
it is
day.
an important day around here. We are going to be doing our, hopefully, our birthday celebration. So one thing that people may or may not know is that every month we gather company-wide meeting to where we go through and wish and sing everybody a happy birthday in our most melodic voices that
we do.
Yeah.
we can do. And Carolyn brings in treats, or Amanda will make some treats, which is really nice.
She makes so
she
many
is.
wonderful-
I think Dane asked for cheesecake.
Yeah, how's the cheesecake here?
How's the cheesecake here?
Well, Dane, it's your birthday, so
yeah.
hopefully it's
It's either
good.
that or strawberry shortcake. That
But
was
she,
classic.
Amanda's a killer baker, and so she'll bring in all sorts of stuff, everything from cupcakes to cakes to
Yeah,
cookies.
that's a good
job. So we'll see what kind of array of sweet treats that we have here today. But we'll be doing that. Now, other things to touch up on. I don't think that this was mentioned yet, but unfortunately, we were hit with a slight delay on the stir on a gloss stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
We're looking at about another week out, which, as you can
So
imagine,
the boat is near Seattle.
It's here.
It's in Seattle. It's just cruising the port.
yeah.
You know,
It's
they
just
haven't
vibing.
docked yet. They're just sitting.
So what that
So-
means is if it extends another week, that scene where me, Levi, and Dane are on 3 black jet skis with neon green underglow.
It's gonna happen.
Right?
Yeah.
And like a harpoon gun,
Yeah.
right? That's going to shoot us up onto the boat.
Yep.
That may actually happen.
It may. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
How we're gonna
a
get
strong hand.
the only thing I have a problem with is how do we get the pallets out? Because it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
just they're in a few different containers.
So it's a small grab is what we're doing. We're not going for the whole
Okay.
truckload.
One
couple
pallet on a
for-
jet ski is going to sink that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
gonna
going
need some
for a
sort
couple
of boat.
boxes each, right? The hard part is going
In
to
a
be
barge.
getting Dane down from the side because he's going to have his arm wrapped up in the wire.
yeah.
That's not gonna be good
And we're
either.
like,
He's gonna be
"Dane,
flapping
can
around.
you help us out more? Can you do
Yeah.
more? He's like, guys, I'm hanging to my
Yeah.
death.
No,
Yeah.
my
And-
alter ego Vince is just an angry guy. You should just leave him behind.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But really, it wouldn't be a full feature though, unless we had somebody like maybe like G. Davis, right, on some type of boat with a target top. And
Yeah.
he's coming
Ooh.
behind. He pops it off. the
Yeah,
target
he's got
top.
Flies
he's got pit vipers on though.
Yeah.
Oh my
too.
god.
And
G and pit
he's
vipers.
cruising, and it's like a very Miami Vice-esque music beat
correct.
playing behind it. But it's a large cigarette boat.
But
Yeah.
instead, we're in the Seattle Tacoma
It's a very
Harbor.
large, long. It's got probably 6 V12 engines in it.
Yeah.
and
6?
it's got
Wow.
all the seating. But he brought it specifically to catch product.
Yeah.
He's retrofitted it. So.
But
yeah.
what if Hans Closen showed up
Well,
at the
Hans
last
is-
minute and
no.
stole everything?
No, Hans is he's running the helicopter
Yeah.
just to make sure that we're okay.
The Hansacopter.
Yeah, he's overhead.
We'll figure
So,
it out, right? We'll
okay.
start working out the logistics on how we're going to
Yeah.
steal our own products, but we'll make it work. We just want to make sure that you guys are aware that we're looking at about another week out, unfortunately. So
Sorry.
kind of a negative, but hey, there's some other positives, as well.
The sample kits are there.
Well, the good
Sample
news is
kits are here.
today was the day John is planning on finding out exactly what time the boat is supposed to dock.
oh, so we'll get
So-
some kind of
Yeah,
real
basically we'll find out
confirmation.
from the
Okay.
port when the boat is scheduled to dock, and then that will give us a better time frame so when we can get our truck.
'Cause I
out
saw
there
those
to
questions come in this week,
that.
and I was like,
Otherwise, we are going to be jet skiing 4 black jet skis
Yeah.
with green underglow. So
Yeah.
don't fly past us.
Other than that, though, we're looking at less than a month before wax stock happens.
Yeah.
And me,
27
Levi,
days
and
or
Dane,
25 days till we fly out because today's the second.
till the three amigos plus Jeff,
Yeah.
right? The
Yes.
core 4 go out for our European /
And UK adventure.
British adventure.
This time we're actually going to Europe, so you can keep that mustache.
I
Yeah.
can if I wanted to. I thanks for noticing.
You just primed that thing for the Euro
He's
trip.
getting it. He's got a couple weeks. Get a
He's
little
trying
thicker.
to do it again.
Got a little
Man.
I don't know what I'm really trying to do.
man.
I just know my wife absolutely hates it, and
No kidding.
she thinks it is just hideous, and she thinks it's even worse now that we have a child.
Yeah.
Because when I
yeah.
hold the child, she says it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
Oh no!
I'm like, I need her to get used to
oh no!
all the different looks.
Yeah, she needs to
Mustache
know.
cam.
Well, she
A
needs to
little
know. It's like
eyebrow.
the Wooly Willy or whatever. She's
Yeah.
got to know what you look like. Because if you
Right.
were just had a beard and then you shaved it off, she would probably scream. But if you
Yeah.
bounce back and forth with
That's what
the
I'm saying. I
facial
want
hair,
her to get to know different faces.
Yeah,
of me,
they're
right?
gonna
European
understand.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Normal scruff Anthony, clean shaven. Get ready for a hot date. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. I don't know when I'm going to shave this
barely
off. It might be.
removed
It
from
might be
mid-flame
tonight.
this
I just
year.
wanted to have it for the podcast today because I know you guys dig it. But other good news, right? So going to Waxstock is going to be happening very soon. I'm still waiting on my
So,
passport
yep.
situation to get all figured out. But me
come
and
see us
Levi,
on May 30th at TRC
Yeah.
EU.
We're already getting prepared. We have
We're
our
getting ready.
bags.
We got
already
our
have
bags.
We have our backpacks
Yep.
that we've ordered. And
Yep.
Levi, what did we end up picking up?
Anthony, so we did some research, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this has been 3 years since our last
Correct.
trip.
Yeah, and we've
And-
realized the flaws in our previous bagging solution packages.
Right, because we've taken other trips using those bags.
We spent a whole episode talking about
Right.
bags
Well,
last
we
time.
want to remind those folks that if you go back to prior to our last UK trip, we had what we called Hot Bag Talk, where we developed the reasons and the things that you need to learn about. And I was just talking. Sydney was in the office earlier,
Yeah, you showed
and
her.
I showed her the new bag, and she goes, "Oh my gosh." I've been using the PNS backpack that we all got as
Yeah.
gifts. And she's like, it just doesn't work. I need something better. And I said, that's where this comes in. Now, things Anthony and I noticed that weren't working for our past backpack issues. And one you also said, Dane, we went
Yeah.
too big on
Yeah.
our last backpacks.
Too many liters.
Too big, but not a small, like, college style back. We were looking at that 25 liter sweet spot is where we all kind of looked and
Mid-range.
said,
Really
that's
is a
really
sweet
a
spot.
mid-range, but we also thought sternum straps.
Those
Yeah.
are important.
Those are an
Needed.
important thing.
They are a needed
So
thing.
25
Walk around
liters,
long enough.
sternum strap, multiple access points, meaning we need to be able to get back into our backpacks as quickly and as fast as possible.
But you don't want some thief on the street behind
correct.
you to be able to slip something out. either.
Right.
Correct.
So we wanted
stealthy.
that. We
Yeah.
wanted stealthy. We wanted to be able to. That's
Oh,
not the
wow.
backpack.
This isn't.
That's not.
like,
That's,
"That's
Garbage
trash."
out of here.
that's not my back. That's an old backpack.
Yeah.
Anyway, point
Wow.
is.
That was rejected.
So
faster
there was a
than-
couple. Those were a couple of the topics. The other thing we wanted was maybe some onboarding of power, things of that nature. So,
There you go.
so
Hey,
we
Gabe,
started
mine's
looking,
on my
right?
desk too, and it's different.
So we started looking. So Anthony and I settled upon the HP Omen.
Yeah.
I thought one, it sounded cool.
Isn't that the
Two,
name of their gaming PC lineup?
Yes, it is. This is technically like they've developed it as like a gaming. The side's open. just so
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's got a side slash pocket, gives you access to the main compartment, so you can get in there and get your things out.
I like the roll top.
It's also got a roll top on top to keep it cool.
Like a high quality North Face backpack.
Dane went with the North Face,
I'll worry about this later.
but a lot of great features on this backpack. One of the things that I noticed that I didn't have was that panel right there on my
Yeah.
last backpack, because I like being able to slide my backpack onto my carry-on or onto my
great addition.
my
That's very
pull along luggage, and that was something I couldn't do.
Yeah.
So having that feature, I'm really excited about. Also, the TSA availability to open and close it so that I can run it through the scanner. Super awesome. So I can have my laptop, my tablet, all that stuff in there, right there, available, ready to rock and roll if I need it.
I
Two
love
pockets.
that. The way
See?
that opens up all the way. That's
Yeah,
very
got some room
nice.
for magazines,
Yeah.
tablets, things like that. So that I really like. The other thing is the bottom bag. There's a bottom portion.
Oh,
Please don't
right.
rip my zippers. Bottom portion. This is one of the things that Anthony and I were really excited about. This is a hidden compartment for shoes or something like that. Anthony and I are going to utilize this for our 21-hour flight. This is where we're going to keep socks, maybe underwear,
put the smelly
maybe a
stuff in
shirt,
there. Yeah.
some deodorant, maybe a toothbrush, toothpaste, just, so we can freshen up when we land in Amsterdam.
Well, the way I see it, Levi, is that this makes it really easy for us, right? When you're sitting on a 12-hour flight, right, you're going to have to figure out ways to do some self-grooming, right?
Right.
Now, having some extra, maybe underwear, maybe a shirt, maybe, like as you said, deodorant, it's going to be able to get us through this trip and still smelling fresh and hopefully looking fresh as well, because we know that long flights can be grueling and physically exhausting. So, this
But I also like waterproof. You know what I accidentally did?
Yeah.
Left the windows cracked on the Suburban on Friday during that torrential downpour.
Yeah, that was fun.
You know what I did? Left that bag on my passenger seat.
Really?
Got into the truck. All the seats soaking wet.
Yep.
Just enough rain crack to get into there. That bag covered in water, but beating nicely. Nice. Water rolling off onto my leather seats. So my seats weren't all that excited to have all that.
Dry as a
I had
bone.
to clean them all up, but that was dry as a bone.
And then you have a water bottle.
Yeah, water bottle
Storage
pocket
here.
there, which I'm excited
I
about.
just happen to have a water
Oh,
bottle
perfect.
on me to show
We're
you.
just going to do that on the
and
table now? Okay.
demonstrate that. So that fits
okay.
right in there.
I thought it was
So
gonna pour
what I
out.
like about this, though, Levi, is going to be the slimness, right? Being able to get through in tight areas, especially on an airplane, right? Because we know that is stressful for people like Dane, right?
Yeah.
And because when you have a backpack full of gear, full of stuff, you have what I call a turtle shell. And
Oh, yeah.
not a huge fan. And
Right.
so this just makes things really, really easy. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down. And Dane wanted to do something different, right? Me and Levi wanted to be uniform and have
Wanted
the
to mix
same
it up a little
backpacks.
bit.
You guys can pick this up on Amazon. I think it was only about $80, $79.99.
Honestly, for the money,
Great
that is a
price.
great bag.
It's a great
I
bag. Very
really
excited
do
about it.
like that
Very
bag
comfortable.
for
Dane,
size
can we
and
show
stuff.
it? Can you
Let's
show
see what
us
you got,
what,
Dane.
I'm always a little concerned when I see, stuff that's like for a backpack, especially if it's under $100, something could be made. They look good in a picture, but they're like poor
Right.
quality.
Well, we're all big fans of
This one-
Timbuktu
This
quality.
one's closer to a more traditional style backpack. It's got the
But also
clasp to
25
hold it
liters?
tight, but it's a little bigger. It's 32.
Okay,
So I've
32
never
liters.
heard of this brand. You got an
The
off-brand.
North Face,
Yeah, it's-
and it's their Surge backpack.
Okay.
Now, what that is
not
it's
as big of a
basically
company
got
as
a lot
HP,
of
but-
heavy kind of reinforced backing here. So
Look
you
at
put
that.
a laptop in there. It's very tough.
Ooh, that
It's
is-
got
good
cooling
on your
vents
back.
in the back. It's got the sternum strap. It's also got a little waist strap for my big old gut. So I look forward to being able to
Take a little weight
put
off.
a lot of the gear in there and
Yeah.
expand it when I need to. But otherwise, it looks very compact when it's not in
Oh,
that
nice.
big puffy
Yeah.
mode. But yeah, this is more along the lines of like our SEMA OGO backpacks, where it is more of a traditional style. However, you still got the big bottle holder on
Yeah,
the side.
very nice.
You've got side access. You have felt line pockets, which is important
Ooh.
for sunglasses.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things.
That's
And
going to come in
actually,
handy.
The larger area in the middle is great. However, I will say, compared to your backpack, I was very impressed with your backpack's ability to like fully fold out like that. That is something I feel is lacking.
I think
on
that
this.
does have that capability on the back there, doesn't it?
Now, if
yeah,
I
it
take off,
absolutely.
it'll fold the back up, but it's got
got a
it's got
slide
a
out.
webbing to it.
Yeah.
almost.
Oh, so it's more of a
yeah,
slide
it's
out.
basically meant for laptops, for iPads, that kind of stuff. They fit in there. They're not going to slip out the side. That's
Yeah.
a trade-off. But
Yeah.
what I like about that is on the front, it's got two side pockets that go across each other.
Mm-hmm.
One is felt line, one is not. So you can put your more like scratch-prone things in the felt lined
Mm-hmm.
area. The other one, you could just throw in cords, etc. But
Yeah.
it's meant to carry gear around is the idea.
Well, the biggest
So,
question,
yeah.
Dane, is where will that bag take you?
That bag is going to take me to multiple countries on this trip. I'm looking forward to it. And I don't know if you thought about this. I feel like Levi is very much on top of this,
Okay.
but I don't know if you thought of this. Travel adapters for power. Do you have your adapters?
Yes. Mine is currently in the UK. Jack is borrowing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I have to buy a new travel adapter.
Yeah.
So that's my only that's
Okay.
one of my last pieces of my puzzle.
bought a couple new ones.
Okay.
I'm interested to see how they go. Last time we went, I had a USB charger that was plugged into an adapter, and it actually sparked
Nice.
when we were at the Moxie.
Okay.
And then it never worked after that. So I'm like, cool, I guess I need to find myself a different one.
Yeah.
So I picked up a couple. One is like a surge protector style, has lots of outlets. If you need to borrow from me, I totally understand. Could totally plug some things into that. And then I also got a smaller, like, universal one where it has the slides where you can change what country you're in to plug it in. And that one does more of a general kind
I
of
like
purpose.
that.
So
Yeah.
I've taken more of the approach of having a self-sustaining power system, right? That travels with me.
Right.
So I
Solar
won't be
panels and
needing
things
to
like that.
utilize any of that British or European power, just because I think
What
that
happens if your
I was
battery
going to
die?
say, his bag solution, once it runs out of juice, how's it going to recharge it?
Here's one of the neat things about
Yeah,
the
If you
Omen.
have an
American
adapter.
American electricity is slightly better
Whoa.
than
So the
overseas
Omen
electricity.
Has a, where's the? Is it right here? Yeah. So right on the side, it's got a USB port. Look at that. Yeah.
That is nice.
Plugged into the battery. So
That's not too far from the truth.
That's
there,
true,
Alex.
it's a separate battery. It's not a battery that comes with the bag.
Yeah.
We were
Oh,
able to
okay.
buy, so like one of your switch packs, you could slide in there and plumb it in and hook it up, and that way you've got a nice
As long as
amount of
my-
power.
Now, I am
Nintendo
bringing
Switch
a
is
battery
charged,
bank
I'm
as
happy.
well, but it's that one that plugs into like a household style outlet. So I will need to use my adapter for that.
Speaking of adapters, while we're on the subject real quick, because I
Yeah.
know the fans love this kind of talk.
Oh yeah, we've lost literally everybody else. It's
all right,
only
it's a 25.
the hardest of hardcore
Look at
fans.
this bad boy. That's this
Wow.
new power bank that I
How-
got.
how
It's
many,
in the
milliamp
last
hours is that?
30,000 milliamp hours. It's also got a solar
Chunky.
panel on there, and it's got a USB-C
built in. I
built
like
in
that.
on the side there, and it's got a lightning cable on the other side built in. You can just power it up. You got a bunch of ports on top. So I'm excited. I'm ready to rock. Got this sweet battery pack that's just holding an awesome charge. And
I may also need to get one of those.
worst case scenario, we put it on the train,
Yeah.
and we can just cruise around, let the sunlight
Yeah.
pull it in. I'll just move it. You don't have to keep moving. There we go.
Very cool. So, yeah, I think that we are pretty much all set. I mean, basically, I don't really know how much other prepping we have to do. I know probably want to make sure our attire's on point. I don't know what the weather's like over there in the
Well, so
UK
you and I
around
have our raincoats.
Yeah.
We're already set. Dane, I would request that you try and get a nicer raincoat than the one from 3
I'm gonna
years
look
ago.
for another $5 one from Savers.
I wouldn't do that. Spend the money, get yourself a nice one. But umbrellas.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a smaller umbrella because my
Yeah.
kids love to play with umbrellas just like flashlights.
Yeah.
So I went through our umbrellas the other day and I was like, all of my travel umbrellas are destroyed.
Broken.
They're all broken because my kids push them through door frames and all that stuff. So I got to get an umbrella. So I need a travel umbrella. I need to get a new adapter. I've already got my battery.
Yeah.
Probably some sort of scent system for the trip, so I'm always smelling fresh, looking
Yeah.
good.
That's important.
I'm planning on
solution
covering a
package.
majority of that. I'll be bringing several different colognes that will.
When I got that hair tonic I ordered, you know, most of my stuff came from a certain Amazon warehouse, but one of them, specifically the blue hair tonic thing, the reusable, really nice,
Yeah.
where you're like, did you put it in the bottle? I didn't get it until later. So when I got it over the weekend, I opened up the box, and the place it came from was actually a place that does like fragrances and scents. They sent me a sample of something.
Really?
I'll have to let you try it because it's interesting.
Very
It's
interesting.
very
Okay.
interesting.
So anyway, moving on to our weekends now.
Yeah.
Levi, go ahead and get us started.
Thank
What'd
you,
do?
Anthony. Just a reminder, guys, to sign up for the newsletter. Make sure you're signed up. If you're not going to learn about all the cool sales and specials and things that are coming.
right.
So please make sure you go to theragcomedy.com, scroll down to the bottom, and hit that subscribe. Give us your email, and we'll take care of
Some
it.
of the best things comes in fives,
That's
right,
right.
Levi?
Yeah.
Right?
And the next best thing to
Arby's 5 for
subscribing to the
5.
newsletter is subscribing to this channel.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
haven't
that's a
done
good
it
idea.
already,
That way you can.
click the
So
like
you can get
button
more
on this
hot
video.
bag talk
Subscribe
and
for
travel stuff.
the hot
so
bag
here's the
talk.
deal. Gabe makes fun of us whenever
Also,
we do
Levi,
this.
you're like
And I know
Australian.
people don't
Come this way.
don't seem to like this stuff, but you guys got to understand when you travel enough, once you start learning the things that are going to make the
You
travel much easier,
appreciate.
faster, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
It does.
And that's where years and miles of travel from us that we're trying to make your life better. So thank you guys for chilling out and listening to this hot bag talk. I know it's not as fun, but so weekends. It was Augie's birthday on Thursday. He turned 8 years old, so he was pretty excited. He wanted to open his presents first thing Thursday morning, so we let him open his presents. Then on Friday, he also got some scratch offs from Uncle Luke Berge.
Ooh.
While Luke was here for TRC when he bought a bunch of lottery tickets, gave them to me and said for Augie's birthday. I said, okay, thanks.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So Augie scratched a bunch off. He had like 10 or 12 tickets. Scratched them off, won $6.
Heck
Made
yeah.
sure we filmed it for Luke, sent it to him. So thank you, Luke, for that. He really, that was like one of his favorite birthday presents was his 12 scratch offs.
yeah.
That's really appealing
He actually
to
did.
his like inner
Yeah.
feisty gambler
Oh,
side.
loves that. Lady Fortuna. So then we, so that was Thursday and Friday. But Thursday I went and got some rock for my Jarl's Hangout.
Yeah.
The new space out front
So
at
this
the
is,
MOS
and this
HQ.
is a rentable space, technically.
Rentable for weddings,
Yeah.
bar mitzvahs. It's almost an Airbnb. I got
I
to
was gonna
figure out
say,
what
so
the
if I look on Airbnb,
regulations are
gonna
on
be like
that.
an event,
I
yeah.
might have to add some sort of sleeping pod for folks, maybe some hammock
I
action.
don't want to make anything too nice,
don't wanna,
but I mean,
you know.
you throw a
just
bed in the
something.
back of the burb and park it in your wash bay. That is
That's
essentially
true. I could do that. Mhm.
Yeah.
or your trailer.
Well,
Great
it's not
idea.
just the Jarl's Hangout; it's also the Jarl's Spa and self-care.
Yeah, it's a place to relax.
It is.
Think about the stressors of the day. But so I went and got some chat rock. So chat rock is this unique type of pea gravel that's just smashed and screened. So
Okay.
my wife was telling me, she's like, I want this type of rock that my sister has. And I said, oh, okay. So she's like, I'll find out what it is. So I called my sister-in-law to find out. She goes, it's called chat. Just get it and put it in the, you just order it. Well, the place she said I could order from, she goes, they deliver it. You can't go get it with, because I've got green bean, kind of a do-it-yourselfer, so I'm like, I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
She goes, you can't, you got to call them and they'll ship it to you. And I said, ah. So I called the place and they're like, oh no, yeah, you just come on over and grab some. So I called another location down the street over there by your folks' house, International Stone. It's now
yeah,
owned by
they're
new
usually
owners. Call them and go, you don't happen to have any chat rock around? And she goes, yeah, chat? Yeah, we have that. It's $30 a yard. How much do you need? I said, I need 1.5 yards. She goes, perfect. Come get it, because that's about all we have left. And I said, oh, okay. So the city came through, bought up as much of the chat rock as possible in the valley.
Interesting.
What they use it for, and this is why my wife likes it, is along the riverbanks, the pathways that they've created that aren't asphalted, they use chat rock because it's kind of soft like sand, but is hard packed like gravel, and it doesn't turn to mud when it rains. So it always stays dry. So that was the reason Carly wanted. She's like, it's got a lot of good flow.
It's good for drainage.
Yeah,
all
but
that.
it's also
Yeah.
super thin, so you can walk on it barefoot.
It's comfortable.
And it's comfortable. So I said, oh, okay, I didn't know about it. So I got 1.5 yards of that, put in green bean,
So you found the one place the city didn't buy it all up.
got it all. Yep. Came back home, spent Thursday and Friday evening throwing rock.
Oh, okay.
Back the trailer up and just
You
shoveling.
were shoveling that? Do
Yeah.
you have a particular technique you were using?
No, I just shovel and huck it. Shovel and huck.
Now you backed it up. Now you backed that thing up.
Back that
right up
truck
into
up.
the- right up in
right
it.
up in it,
Yeah.
right? And so you were in there
Little
just
garage.
laying down that rock, one
Literally.
scoop at a time.
Yep. Just
Wow.
hucking it all around the place. Had Augie out there with a
Yes, Alex, it's time for hot rock talk.
he was raking it all out for me.
Yeah.
Doing a great job. However, he was eating Cheez-Its while he was doing that, so I do have some mix-ins of Cheez-Its now in my chat rock piles. So anyway, got all that raked out. So Friday night when I
And
came
what
home
do you
from work,
use to transport that rock, though?
just my shovel.
No, but in what you
I'm
threw
assuming
it in the
there's
Suburban.
a certain truck.
No,
bed
it was in the back
trailer.
of the green bean.
Oh, the truck bed trailer.
Yeah,
right.
it's a perfect
So
solution for
how did
rock.
it do with that much rock? 1.5 yards?
So
That's pretty heavy.
So it was very heavy.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna need some 3/4 ton springs.
I was gonna say, how's that old suspension holding up in that guy?
Fine, but if I put 3/4 ton springs in it, pulled the 1/2 ton springs out, because it's a heavy half.
Yeah.
So it's a little higher than a normal 1/2 ton truck because it was a long bed. So they did a heavy half. So if I put 3/4 ton springs in and maybe put some air shocks in, because I need to replace the shocks too, because I'm sure I've
Can you
destroyed them.
do air shocks in a truck bed trailer?
Yeah, you can.
guess
Dean, you
you
can do anything you want. I could put a dump bed on that
But I
thing.
mean, like, wouldn't there normally have to be like a compressor and then?
No,
the air shot-
there you
air-
would fill them up
air-
yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of air.
So like
okay.
before, I would go and I would pop, pop up the air pressure on them, just like I'm filling up tires. Fill up the air pressure on it. Got my 3/4 ton springs. Go back, get another 1.5 yards, and this time, instead of squatting 4 inches, it squats like 2 inches. Right, holding the load a little better. So I just had to go slow. The drive home, I was 30 downstate.
Yeah.
Just because when I hit a bump, it would really get wiggly.
Yeah.
Some probably wanted to sprout out.
Well,
the
the
top,
speed
or-
wobbles are what you got to watch out for when you get.
But it's that heavy too.
Yeah.
It's a little hard. But Suburban pulled it just fine. Didn't even think it was in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Friday got that all done. Friday night, my buddy dropped off his BMW X5 diesel for me to do. Just do a kind of a maintenance detail on. And then got to Saturday morning, woke up bright and early, took Augie down to Albertsons to pick out his birthday cake. I was trying to get him to go for a rainbow cake because I think that's a delicious cake that they make. He wanted a chocolate cake, so we ended up on an Oreo cookies and cream chocolate sheet
classic.
cake. Put his name, happy birthday Augie, on it.
Yeah.
We got that all bundled up, got some candles, got some paper plates, all that stuff, because we had a birthday party. We went to Pojo's.
Ooh, yeah.
Always a good time.
Took one of Augie's best friends, took one of Hadley's best friends, so just 4 kids. It was easy. And rented a space there, so we had 2 of the picnic tables. Got our food, got our pizza, got our stuff all there. This is the fun part. We spent like $140 on the 6 of us
Wow.
there for tokens. I
All
mean,
right.
pizza and stuff was like $40.
Yeah.
Like the package, you get tokens, you get
So you guys
rides.
were feeling. Yeah.
Yes,
you
So
guys
we
were-
spent $140 on Augie's birthday party, and we spent about $200 on Hadley. So Carly's like, we're doing pretty good. Let's just say my boy burned through more tokens
Oh boy.
than anybody else
It his
and was a
birthday.
full-on junkie. Carly handed him a sack of like, I don't know, $10 in tokens. He came back, Carly and I were like, all right, we handed all the tokens out. The kids are going. All right, we're good. We got everything. Augie came running back. I need more tokens. I'm out. Carly's like, how are you out?
So I have a question. Just think about how we played these kinds of games with tokens as kids and how it worked for us. There was a certain degree of efficiency you wanted to play with when dealing with tokens. You wanted to get the most out of your tokens.
You want to get the most tickets per token.
Yeah, and you wanted to, whatever
So-
game you're playing,
so here's
whatever
the
it is,
thing.
you really thought about it. You didn't just willy-nilly like, oh,
No,
well,
so
you know,
Augie is very good at that.
Go to skee
Here's
ball.
the thing. He goes to the games where he can get the most tokens out
Okay.
of. However, that Saturday, those machines weren't delivering the goods.
Okay, so it's like a claw machine where certain hours they just don't
It just
work
wasn't
quite as
working,
well.
right?
Yeah.
So it took us a little while to start seeing, what we could do. Augie was doing pretty good on his tokens, on his tickets towards the end, until I found a machine that was really delivering it.
Then you need to get
And
over
once
there.
then I got it, everybody came over. The
Yeah.
6 kids, Carly and the 4 kids came over, and they were like, let's all just.
Then somebody in the back
Yeah.
watching on a camera pushes a button and it changes the program.
Yeah, no, it was good. But we came out. I mean, I think total we had like 2,000 tickets when we
Okay.
left. Kids were able to split it all up. They all
That's
got it something. They were all
worth,
excited.
yeah.
Yeah, I was happy with it. So Glenn, I've got a video of the Jarl's hangout, so
Oh,
people
right.
can I see my
Yes.
beautiful work.
Take a look at
So
this
as you
beautiful
can see,
thing.
there's the chat rock down. There's the gas fire pit. I've got some new rock coming for the inside, some black rock. I also added a metal skull
Oh,
to
right.
sit
Yeah, you were
inside
showing us
the fire pit.
that. So where's the propane tank go for
It's hidden
the...
behind one of the chairs, Dane.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
back
I
there,
see
yeah.
now.
Propane,
Okay,
yeah.
I was looking for the line. So you buried the line? Or, okay, cool.
So I'm gonna buy another tank, another bowl. It's an Outland fire
You hide it
fire
with, like, a
bowl.
table
It's like
around it or
120
something?
bucks. It's probably the best 120 bucks you could spend, because you can turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's something you should get for your
Hey,
house,
look,
because then you
it's
can
a-
literally have
it's
a
a
little
fire pit?
It's a fire pit.
He
That's-
used it
It's
when
every
we were
time
doing
we've
our-
every time we've gone
yeah.
and done
We
We
something.
did
I
our
take it
bogus
with us.
basin hike.
Well, but
the
you'll
video.
always have a propane tank, correct?
Yeah.
So you could always box that, right? Or like
Yeah.
create like a
That's
wood,
what I'm gonna do.
like
Is
a
I'm gonna
wood-
build a little wooden box to hide it.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that way
CrossFit, we
it's
just
just
showed
And that way
yeah.
it just looks like it's a table, like a side
Yeah.
table or something.
That's kind of my game plan.
Yeah.
Make it look as simple as possible,
Yeah.
and then but I like that. It's probably one of the best things. I got it for my birthday 8 years ago. I've used it so much,
Yeah. Pay for itself. Yeah.
so
Now-
I am going to buy myself another one.
Yeah.
because I like the portability of it. And they have a medium and a large, and that's a medium size. And so I'm going to buy just another medium. They're about 120 on Amazon. Great purchase. You do have to buy a propane tank separately, but once you get one, I've got 4 or 5 propane tanks at my house that I just cycle through.
Through about 3 of them.
Yeah.
Now, you should probably throw a mandolin into that mix, right? Because that would be quite satisfying to hear maybe like
Little mandolin
Hadley
music.
to play the mandolin.
Well, she's got a tongue drum
Yeah.
now, so she can play that.
Well, it just really set up the vibe for the Y'all's hangout. I mean,
Right.
like you just need to get it to
Well,
where
and I
it's
get me a
ominous.
horn, drinking horn,
Yeah.
A drinking horn, yeah.
and I can sit, fill it with some Diet Pepsi, kick back, wave to the neighbors as I watch upon the skull that's just burning
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
fire pit.
I mean, you could be drinking out of the skull too. That's
Yeah,
an
they
option.
make-
Dang, that's
those,
overrated.
but-
They've done it too many times. I think
Yeah.
a horn would probably be more.
Especially if I'm, out there toasting folks.
Yeah.
Well,
as they're
I'm just
walking
thinking
for
what your
Halloween,
neighbors
that
would
hangout
think.
would be pretty sick if you wanted to dress up in loincloth or however you wanted to do that to really bring
It
out
doesn't have
some-
to be Halloween.
Doesn't have to be Halloween. Or just,
Yeah,
Just
careful
a
what kind of
law.
chair you sit in. With
just
one of
a,
those.
just a Friday night.
Yeah, it could be Friday night. But yeah, so I got all that rock thrown. It was great. August party Saturday. Then Saturday night, Carly left to go out with some friends, so I was home alone. So I worked on the BMW.
Nice.
Watched the baseball game in the MOSHQ. Had the Red Sox Orioles, which really was not a good game.
Oh no.
Usually isn't.
It's just it was a hard loss. We'll tell you that. It was extra innings. It was bad. Anyway, got the car done. Basically, interior, white leather,
Oh,
kids,
the best.
just tore it up.
Everybody's favorite.
Got everything cleaned up. Then but my buddy's wife doesn't like dressing. Period. So I have to clean everything very well and then just not dress anything.
But could you possibly protect it some other way?
So
or
here's
you
what I
just
use:
kinda-
Top Star.
Oh, okay.
Top Star dries very matte.
Yeah, so you barely notice.
So there's 2 ways you can run it. So you can spray it on, wipe it on, and it dries very quickly.
Yeah.
Or you spray it, go all the way around to the other side of the car by spraying everything.
Yeah.
Then spray your towel, then start wiping, and then you get some gloss. So you let it sit for a little while.
So you took the subtle approach.
I just sprayed it on, wiped everything down just so I had a good,
Smelled good, felt
smelled good, felt good. Outside, car's coated in CSL and EXO. Car was covered in overspray.
Oh.
So he had the calipers painted red.
Red overspray.
Well, it's an M version X5 with
so it's
the
an
diesel,
X5M.
but it's
Oh
a
wait,
diesel.
but it's that. Oh, so it's probably the
It's got
the
the
M
M
package.
M package.
M40D whatever.
Yeah, it's got the package. So
Yoshi would know.
yeah, so it's purpley navy blue. It's really
Yeah, it's
pretty.
probably got an sport package
So
or something.
he got some big 20-inch Bayerns, that BMW style wheel. They're Barons, Brands. It's
I'm gonna
a
let
BMW
Yoshi
kind. Anyway,
clear that
so
up.
he had those wheels on it, and then he had the calipers painted red. Well, the whole car, whoever painted those calipers, they did a great job, but they didn't. They just fogged the whole car in red overspray. So I busted out a clay bar. I had to clay the whole car down, get all the red off, and then I had to take care of some of that light marring. So what did I do? Soft foam pad
Okay.
and UCP
Ooh.
on a Speed 3, lightly just went over everything, didn't burn through the coating,
No.
didn't remove the coating, but polished all the marring out of the vehicle, then wiped it all down, hit it with paint prep, went over it with C2V3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Got the whole car all sealed back up with C2V3, then just vacuumed did the windows, pulled it out Sunday morning. When we got done, had Augie's family birthday Sunday. So aunts and uncles came over and cousins. Augie was very excited because he just keeps getting more Legos for his
Yeah.
birthday. My mom brought stuff. My parents went to Boston, so they dropped off stuff on Thursday for him. So all in all, he had quite the birthday extravaganza, almost a
good for
full
him.
weekend of birthday stuff. But it was good. It was fun. But I am exhausted because
I'm
I'm sore. Saturday, I was really sore from Friday night from throwing all that rock. and raking it and tamping it. I bought a tamper too, so I was tamping
yeah.
everything down. And then
Feels like
Saturday,
something Augie would want to do.
yeah, I don't trust him to not smash his own toes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then Saturday, detailing the car, just the exhaustion from that. Sunday, I couldn't see straight. Like by about 2:00 in the afternoon, I started noticing this thing. So I don't know if this happens to other people, but when I get overly exhausted, my eyes start twitching.
Bugging out.
They dance. Like I can feel them. Like they'll just.
So you can't focus on anything.
They'll
They're
just shudder.
jittery.
They're just jittery. My eyeballs are just jittery, and that's when I go like, I have to close my eyes and lay down or something. And if I don't get enough of even if I say I'm going to sleep for 20 minutes, close my eyes for 20 minutes, I wake up, they're still jittery, and that's how I know I didn't sleep enough or I need more sleep. And so
That's concerning.
So that's something I've noticed in the last year and a half that has physically happened to me when I'm overtired or my body's tired.
Yeah.
That's something. So I don't know if anybody else has ever had that happen. But anyway, Sunday I ended up just taking a nap till 7 o'clock from 5 to 7.
That's okay.
And got up, played out in the yard with the kids, and then just finally went to bed about 11 o'clock, and it was great, but I'm still really tired. So anyway, something to think about when we go on our European adventures. So I just got to keep my eyes out, watching how they twitch. But anyway, what'd you guys do?
Feel you there.
Dane?
All right. Well,
Birthday boy.
Despite being birthday boy and all that, I had a pretty low-key weekend, so there's not too much to report there. Watched some shows, cleaned up around the house. I still need to... All this time, I've had the house now. I haven't set up my home office in there yet. It's just boxes in that room.
Yeah.
So I kind of need to do that. Haven't done that yet, but I'm going to try and work on that this week. Some happy news, though, was last week I found out that they'd finally be getting the tub for the upstairs.
Oh, thank God.
So that's supposed to arrive today. However, I did see an email right before we came in here where they said that they were ready to do it, but the guy who was supposed to bring the tub by, his kid's sick at home, so he had to stay back. And it's like, of course, these things happen. I can't control that. And of course, look after your kid. I totally understand. It's just, it's been so long, it's kind of like, of course that would happen at this point. So hopefully tomorrow is when we seal the deal there. But yeah, just a couple days of that, and it should be done with it. Thank God, finally over. But we'll wait and see how that actually turns out, because we all know things happen. Other than that, though, it was pretty uneventful. I took care of stuff around the house. It was obviously kind of gloomy on Saturday and all that, but there were some breaks of sunniness in the midst. And one of those breaks, fortunately, happened during Sunday night, last night, where I went downtown and I hung out with my brother and my parents and Liz, and we all got together and just had a nice little birthday dinner down at Tupelo Honey.
So, honey, you had yourself some Southern charm there,
I had not gone there yet, but I was very excited when I got there.
What do you think?
And I saw, it's very good. I like it a lot.
Chicken fried steak there?
Well, they did not have chicken fried steak, but they had chicken and waffles, which I was very excited about. And not just one chicken and waffles. They had 3 different kinds of chicken and waffles. One was a sriracha-style chicken and waffles. One was a country-style chicken and waffles with gravy. And the third one was a more traditional chicken and waffles where you could just put syrup on it, and that would be that.
What did you end up getting?
I ended up not getting chicken and waffles at all. I got a chicken BLT, of all things.
Yeah, that's
I know,
safe.
But I have to say, part of this is because...
Kind of let us down there.
I know, me too. Well, I kind of decided that after not feeling great all weekend, I kind of had this nasally, just a little BLT, I still have it right now, where it's I woke up with a sore throat, felt like I couldn't, breathe right, and then I was fine for the rest of the day after I took some cold medicine. And I was like,
allergies.
Okay. So it was allergies, though. Everybody seems to be having allergy stuff.
Explosive.
And that's where it seemed to kick in, because I had zero indication of anything. Obviously, no fever or anything. Otherwise, I really would have let you guys know. But this was just something like, oh, sniffles, this sucks. So, yeah, kind of dealt with that through the weekend. Not really fun. But, yeah, had a lovely dinner there at Tupelo Honey. And, it's just really nice, getting to go out with the family, have some dinner downtown. And I hadn't done that in a while, so I was really looking forward to that. Then afterwards, we took a walk around downtown, which is always nice on a, Sunday evening.
Yeah, it's
quiet. Kind of, it's warm enough that you don't feel like you got to
really
put on a
nice
jacket
out.
or anything. It was nice. And we were walking around. And as we're walking past the Capitol, because we were doing some big laps around stuff, as we're going by the Capitol, suddenly a Land Cruiser appears at the corner. I'm like, hold on. That's a Delta bumper.
Gabe?
That looks like Gabe. And as he
Imagine your
pulls
birthday
closer, we're
family
like,
party.
hold on, that is Gabe. And so we all just started waving, hey, Gabe. And he had no idea we were down there. We had no idea. So it was just a fun moment to say hi. But it was him and Tony's mom, and Aiden were with them. So,
nice.
yeah, that was cute. But, they basically just all sang happy birthday as they drove away. And I'm like, oh, geez. But anyway, it's just a nice, pleasant little weekend. And of course, I had to top that off because too much happy stuff, you get a little
Right, you want a lot of
get a little
hate
skewed.
to balance it.
So what I did was on Saturday, I kind of got the bad stuff out of the way. I decided to watch all that John Gacy tapes doc on Netflix. So that really
That's a
things out.
Pregame for your birthday festivities.
Yeah, just a nice little John Wayne Gacy
a
multi-part
serial killer
documentary.
who dressed like
and
a
then
clown.
proceed to have a birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Sounds
'Cause
terrifying.
that is
Okay.
just
Do that.
that is sometimes just how you gotta
All right.
balance everything
Okay.
out. But no, other than that, I was just
Balance.
having fun throwing
Work-life
together
balance.
my playlist for the folks
nice.
also.
I
Made
still
a
haven't
little-
done that. I've
made a
got-
little
I've got
picture.
Like 6 songs on there right
I
now.
can give you guys some cover art you can throw on your playlist.
I have
because
cover art.
I did mine with my face, and then you can have your face, and you can share it with the folks. So that's fun. I also noticed that Spotify blew the others out of the water in terms of usership. However, there were definitely a lot of comments about how Apple Music's quality was greater than the others, and Amazon seemed to have some surprising sleeper quality to it as well. So. Yeah, kudos there. But yeah,
Are we building them on YouTube?
What's that?
Are we building the playlists on YouTube? We didn't just
No, we didn't discuss this. I just happened to throw it together on Spotify because
Okay.
I could do
All
that
right.
easily
Yeah.
myself. But feel free to throw something together and we
Okay.
throw it in the group and people can listen and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that explains
Get
a
the
lot,"
vibes.
or "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever the vibe happens to be. I thought it'd be fun though. But I really didn't get up to a whole lot this weekend. Just doing that and may hang out some more pictures around the house. Just trying to get more.
moved in after a
into the
year.
house because there's still
1
boxes
year
around.
of living there.
I know. Well, I've been there since January, and even then I was out of it for a couple months. So it's like, yeah. So
It's
it's
weird that you're still
it's weird.
moving in technically.
Yeah, some people got to
5
feel that
months
way
in.
though. Have you ever? You've moved into a house.
No, I
where,
did. I was literally over a year.
Yeah, where
Still moving in.
sometimes you will have moving boxes that migrate out to the garage or a storage unit or room, and they don't get opened sometimes for years.
It was
plural.
1 year. I owned the house for 1 year before I was able to park a car in the garage.
See, I was automatically, I had to be able to park my cars in the garage.
Well,
the
that was
trade-off
because-
is I'm paying for a storage unit, and I don't like
The
that.
difference was, for me, was we moved everything into the garage.
Okay.
And then we
should
moved
just-
from the garage into the house because there was so much other work being done, and we had to get out of the other house.
Yeah.
So, because my wife decided to close much faster than I wanted to. But anyway,
I feel that. Well, also, I brought back the Thunderbird from the shop. We're going to work on it this week for some fun stuff, too. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know what the plan is on that.
we don't know either. It might get canceled. So, we'll see.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not
that was,
canceled,
worth it.
rescheduled.
Glad we worked that out. But that was
Yeah.
something. I thought people had been watching at home, wondering whatever was going to happen. To that
You
car,
still have
so
it. Yeah.
I still got it.
Sitting out there.
It's
It'll
just
look good.
it's been sitting waiting on a crazy back ordered brake master cylinder thing that apparently if you get the stock one it fits just right, but if you do anything else you have to modify the firewall, and they really wanted to avoid doing that. So apparently this stock Thunderbird one is way back ordered, a year almost. So that's not fun. Is restaurant
It
run by
is,
people
yes.
from Southern California?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
that wouldn't surprise me.
The deep south.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you know that good old Tupelo,
Oh,
man, reminiscent
no.
of San Diego.
San Diego and Tupelo honey.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Thank you. Today shall be known as Dane DeMaio.
Dane.
Sync Dane DeMaio. Nothing like that works. Anyway, that's enough out of me. I really don't have a lot to share this week, but that's okay. I'm mostly enjoying hearing your guys' stuff. So, Anthony, what do you got?
Dane, you're so nice. I'm mostly excited about living through you guys and
Vicariously, if you will.
enjoying what you guys have to say. So I want to say, I don't know when my weekend started, but I sometimes get the days mixed up. Thursday and Fridays tend to kind of blend together nowadays. But I watched that movie called Hereditary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
about
What a strange,
your
what
roots.
what a strange movie, man. That was strange. It was
Hosted PBS, right?
no, not definitely
Tells
not
your roots
PBS.
of your
Now-
family and
So
how
I
people
like
find one
scary
another.
movies, right? I actually enjoy scary movies because I used to not, but I finally got to that age where I can let go of what I've seen and and go to sleep at night without
Good for
thinking
you.
about it, right? Because back in the day, right, that stuff
Dane
would
doesn't
haunt
have
you.
that.
Oh no,
He
I have
watched
a
the whole
hyperactive
series of
imagination.
John
that
Wayne
stuff sticks
Gacy
with me.
No.
I
that he
do
wanted to
not
watch
enjoy
before
it.
people offer
Well,
him
but
happy
Hereditary is a
birthday
different kind
comments.
of
But like
horror
for
movie,
example,
like-
though, like after I watch
like
a
the
scary
idea of
movie or while I'm watching a scary movie, when I go into the bathroom,
Yeah.
do I still hit open the curtains on the bathtub just to make sure nobody's there? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
I
there it
absolutely
is.
do that, right?
Yeah, mine always
You go
are
into a
open. I
house
don't ever
where
do-
the-
mine are never closed.
When
They're
I-
always open.
the shower's always closed. You're like, I need to.
Yeah, no, I always look, right? But I mean,
It doesn't matter that
And then
10 times out of 10 there's nothing
if I'm walking
there.
through a hallway, is that light going to be on? Absolutely, right? If I'm walking past a mirror, I'm going to make sure all lights are on. I don't want any of that ominous stuff happening. But I'm saying I can watch a movie, typically let go of it and move on.
Right.
The Hereditary movie, pretty weird. Didn't know it was going to take a cult-like worshipping route. I did not expect that. There was a couple scenes that I was like, this is shocking, right? But would I watch it again? Yeah, I would say it's probably on.
So then, did you watch Midsommar as like a palate cleanser?
So Midsommar and Hereditary are kind of like of the same, cut from the same cloth.
Okay.
They give you the same feeling when you're done watching it, and you go, "Huh, strange, right?" But during it, you're entertained. Midsommar, though, I mean. Let's
just a
face
fun
it.
movie.
Let's
Just
face
fun.
it. I think that
Feel-good
movie's-
movie of the
I
year.
think it's a fun movie. People think it's like a horror movie. I didn't get the horror vibes from it.
No, it's just normal
It was
stuff.
too beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
It was too beautiful of a movie to be scary.
Even at the end, it was still beautiful.
No, but anyway, so we ended up watching that. But I think the rest of Friday was kind of spent, kind of hanging out around the house. And I want to say that night I was working on some video stuff. I was working on a little sim racing, right? So I think I have gone around the Nürburgring in my dang racing simulator. I'm going to assume probably like 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Seriously, I've driven that so much in this race. I want to do it in real life. Seriously. But like, I feel like in real life, it's going to be so much different. And I'm going to have way too much like, what's it called? Courage going into it and be like, I know exactly where this turn is, and then like screw something up. So,
And then you do it in real life and realize that certain things are actually altered.
oh yeah, well obviously
boy.
too, there's the feeling of actually being in a car versus sitting in place. But
all the really confident people who are like, I got this nailed at a game, and then they go and do it in real life. Like, it's different when you're actually here. The weather
Yeah.
conditions are terrifying.
I know. Anyway, but I'm still having fun with that thing. Surprisingly, I think the thing has definitely paid for itself, and I want my wife to hear that out of my mouth because it has paid for itself in terms of fun. Now, Saturday
Is that mustache going to pay for itself?
that's a great line there, Dane. Now, I want to say Saturday. Sorry, I have to like kind of look back through my photos every once in a while, but yeah, that's what I ended up doing. So Saturday, I basically spent most of the day kind of hanging out with the baby, letting Katie run some errands. I think that's what I did on that day. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. But what I needed to do was my mind went blank there for a minute. What did I do on Saturday? I did something. I swear to you guys I did something. This is what happens, man. When you have so many weekends that you've talked about, you tend to just start kind of
Some blend together. Although I will say, this weekend I felt a brain fog for sure.
okay. Now I know what I did. Yeah. So we went on a walk. We hung out for a little bit. But then I went and took some photos of the Civic. Right. It was supposed to be a rainy, gloomy day. The sun. There's a break in the weather. I did not know that in Boise, right, Garden City, right. Mm-hmm. Technically, the Garden City is considered to be a less ideal place to...
Kind of a junky place.
It's like
right?
an industrial warehouse district kind of place.
Currently getting gentrified.
very
So,
gentrified.
Yeah, right. On the south side, it's all getting done over, right? Because basically they're like, okay, or the north side, they're wanting to do it all over because of the river being there. They want to make it all pretty.
Yeah, it was actually extremely
Well,
nice
I had
real estate
driven
hidden in
past the south side of Garden City a while back, and I'd seen breaks in the streets where I could kind of see what's back beyond there, right?
Yeah.
What I did not know, Levi, is that south of that of Chinden in Garden City there, along that ridge line, it is absolutely gorgeous with plants and flowers and all sorts of stuff.
Over off of Marigold?
So behind, you know
Or
where
by the quarry?
Orchard or whatever the heck it is, the road you go to Orchard?
Yes.
Past that, then just take a random right there and just go down one of those streets.
Where my shop was?
No, on the opposite street, the opposite way.
Up against the ridge.
Up against the
hill.
ridge is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful back there.
It is. I've never been back there,
Yeah,
right?
it's cool back
and
there.
Great place for probably tweakers.
Used to be a lot of trailer houses.
Yeah, I can
That's
imagine
why.
that.
There's a bunch of trailer parks, and they tore them all out. Now
But
it's just open space.
So there's a bridge under there I found, and I was like, this is a pretty dope bridge, right? Now I was kind of worried because it's kind of around a corner there,
Yeah.
but honestly, if I was homeless, that's where I'm living there.
You're posting up there.
It was beautiful, man. I'm telling you, I don't know how to describe it. If you're local, and I don't know why you would ever want to go there. It's just a bunch of industrial businesses and stuff, but it's just back behind there. It's like it's just overgrown stuff, right? So, anyways, so Earl, thank you. We have to do some arrests later on, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no.
But anyway, so I did that, and I think Saturday, I don't know what the heck I did. I think I cleaned something, or I don't know what I did. Sunday was my most busy day. So Sunday, I wanted to get some yard stuff done, but I needed to go over to my other house and go spray for spiders, spray for some weeds, fertilize the lawn. Now, I don't know about you guys, right? But when I rented a home back when I was younger, I took care of all that myself, right? I felt like that was just my obligation. If I don't want spiders in the house, I spray for my own spiders.
Yeah.
If I want my grass to be green, I fertilize my own grass.
Right.
And if I don't want there to be weeds, I go and pull weeds, right? But this particular, this tenant that we have, she asked, can you come spray for spiders? And there's some weeds, and can you fertilize? And I go, well, okay. So I went
to
to
do some landlord stuff.
Yeah,
So
I was
I-
gonna say, you're a landlord now.
I know, but
Gotta
that's
do
the thing.
landlord
Is that
stuff.
normal landlord stuff?
Well,
is that what
no, it
normal
depends.
Depends on
So
the-
my dad, when he does his
situation.
properties,
Yeah.
he does all the lawn care.
Okay.
And he tells them, I'm doing it all.
Mows?
He mows. He does. He
Well, that's a lot of work.
My dad goes every week and mows every lawn at all his properties. And the reason is he doesn't allow dogs, cats, and he wants to make sure that the tenant knows that the landlord's on site every week. He's going to come by. So this allows them to not like sneak a dog or sneak a cat or anything like that. But also for my dad, he likes to be able to check on all the properties and make sure there's nothing that needs fixing. Because he's retired, so he's got to find jobs for himself.
He's got a lot of
basically.
time on his hands.
So that's what he does. But
Yeah.
that's why he does it. Now, I used to live I've lived in places where the landlord's been like, there's a lawnmower, take care of the lawn. I'm not going to do it. Just don't kill it.
Yeah.
That's all they care about. So
I could do without a micromanager hanging around every week.
my
but
dad
I-
micromanages every week
no, thank
to
you.
make sure.
But
Dane,
at
how
the
you
same
doing?
time, beggars can't be choosers. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I went over.
You can write that into your next contract.
Yeah, I just don't know what the rules are, but I went out and did it anyways. House looks fine. I mean, everything looks okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just it's just
So
an
you had
odd
to
thing.
spray and mow?
When I didn't mow, I fertilized.
Fertilized,
I just
okay.
fertilized, threw down some weed and feed, sprayed for bugs, and I don't know, just
like a perimeter treatment.
Yeah.
or
yeah, just
something.
stuff that I don't know. I just feel like that's something that if that's their responsibility if
Yeah,
they want to
every,
do
like,
that. However,
4
I
to
will
6
say
months is
though,
normal.
I'd rather them care for the lawn because I don't want them to kill it off and then we
Right.
have to replace it down the road or
That's
something.
a lot more expensive.
But anyway, I did that, and then so my project, right on the topic of hot rock talk, I want to rock one side of my front yard, right? Basically, I have
Like a parking pad?
my big lawn area in my front, and then I have like a side area that is also has some lawn on the other side of the driveway that really just doesn't need to exist.
It's
right?
just more work for no real benefit.
Well, it's butted up right up against the driveway,
Yeah.
right? It's like I have to edge it. I don't want to deal with it. Honestly, the quality of the grass in the first place wasn't great. I don't think that the sod took like the best route to that area. And it also has a slight kind of decline to it, right? So the water
okay.
pools kind of between my neighbor's yard and my yard, right?
Yeah,
and
it's kind of a wet area.
it's when you're mowing a lawn and you go, I didn't want to.
So
I didn't
you
wanna
want to
do this.
xeriscape it, or
So I want to completely kill all that grass. So my plan is to
Get some landscape fabric.
okay, my what I would dream of doing, right,
Scrape all
would
of
be
that.
that I stumbled across a big wad of cash and I'm able to get concrete over there.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
you want to expand that
Because my side yard there, right, is about, I think it's like 15 or 16 feet, right? So I have quite a bit of space there that I could fit a car over on that side. I would have to turn that gate into like a double gate, right? Like a 2 4-foot,
Yeah.
or I don't know, whatever the heck
Liking
you
this,
do,
I'm liking
right?
this, uh-huh.
Something like that. I'd have to get to where it swings
Right.
open, like, Western style.
Yeah.
And then I could pull a
Saloon
car.
doors.
I could pull a car into that area,
Right, yeah.
right? And I have like plenty of space, and it's just rocked on the side. So what would be ideal would be concrete, extend the driveway, and then have that be like a pull up and pull through to the side yard
Yeah.
and be able to store something.
You could
there.
pour it yourself.
Yeah.
Levi, I do not feel
just a small
confident in my
piece of pad.
ability. No,
Yeah.
it is. You would think, but I don't know.
You can always
the
ask Levi for
rules.
help.
Yeah, I'll come
And
over.
I also
It's not going to look great, but we'll get it done.
He's
I
like,
don't
"Okay,
know.
we'll do it.
I just don't know. I don't know what my plan is other than I'm going to kill the grass, and this is the temporary. It's not temporary, but it can be
No,
semi-permanent.
but you can
whip
kill
out
it
the
and put some
ground
rock
clear.
down.
I'm going to kill off the grass. I capped off the sprinklers on Sunday. So I went
Okay.
through, capped everything off. There's one sprinkler I couldn't find. It's
Yeah.
one of those like hidden ones
Yeah,
in the
and
middle.
it
that,
pops
like,
out. You see it, like
Yeah.
you turn them on, it pops out, and you're like, right there. And then
Yeah.
you run in and you turn the sprinkler off and you come back and you're like,
Where'd that damn thing go?
Well,
I have a couple of those in the Jarl's hangout. I haven't popped my sprinklers up yet.
so
So
my
I know I'm
sprinklers
gonna
have been blown out since last year. I don't have water on yet, right?
Yeah.
They haven't turned
I
on
don't
my
have
switch.
mine on yet either.
So I thought now's the time to cap everything off while everything's blown out. So capped off everything. My goal is after it rains today and tomorrow, I want to hit it with some ground clear, and then I'm going to go get, I'm guessing it's going to be a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards.
It's a lot of rock.
It's a lot of rock because I want to build it up to where at least it's slightly more level, right, and have it look.
Yeah,
Now,
so
would you consider packing some dirt down before you put the rock on top?
I
so
don't
that it's
know.
more
I
level
don't
that way.
I was just planning on just killing off the grass, laying down some weed barrier.
yeah,
and just going for it.
I would. So what I did was
Leveling
my
that
space,
Dane would be like,
So my
If you're leveling
space
it
was
with rock,
already
it's probably
pretty
gonna
level,
shift.
my grass area there, and I was all like my yard. I noticed was already below the sidewalk,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a problem. So I just covered it in fabric, sealed it
Okay,
all off,
yeah.
put my border around it, and then I measured. I wanted 2 inches of rock, and it was a 14 by 14 section, and so then I did the math equation. I don't even remember what it is, but I did the math equation for it. Basically said, how do I find out how much yardage on this? And it basically gave me a calculator. So by the time I had 2 inches, it said a yard and a half.
yeah, I want about
a standard
2 inches,
8-foot
yeah.
truck bed can hold about a yard. The Ram could probably hold about a yard in the back of that little bed.
Well, I would have to do a
3/4
yard,
of
and I'd
it.
have to make 2 trips.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
2
Like
yards.
that's where the
Yeah.
truck bed trailer comes in handy.
Yeah.
But you don't have light. hooked
I
up.
don't have a light unless I can borrow your services and you go and get it from me. The yard I'm going to, I think it's going to be right next to my house in the Zam's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
I think that's my plan. So what I need to do is, I'm going to tarp off everything, staple it down once I kill everything. It takes about a week to ground clear. kill
Yeah, I
an
had
area.
mine. I
or
didn't
take.
even ground clear mine. I just suffocated the grass
Oh, okay.
and let
wanna-
it sit for a couple weeks just to make sure there was nothing popping out.
Yeah.
And then
I just want to make
shrinks
sure I'm
pretty
killing
fast.
it. I just want to make sure it's dead.
I was just
And-
say I keep ground clear in my garage at all times just for those occasions.
We
where
know,
you
we
do find
saw
stuff
that.
and you just eliminate it.
So here's the cool news, right? Once I'm gonna large black and tan, right, is what it's called. It's like a
Yeah,
large,
beautiful rock. I like that
large,
stuff.
big, thick
Yeah.
pieces
Yeah.
of like sharper looking rock, right? The good news is that once that's all rocked, I can actually park on it.
Yeah, you'll be
and
right.
I don't think it'll be fine, right?
Yeah, it
Can you
won't
t-
hurt anything.
right?
No, yeah,
Dean, you're
totally.
looking at me like. You
Sorry,
can't-
I just had a voice in my head talk to me while I was
Oh,
listening to
okay.
you and it cut off what you were saying.
Oh. Can you park on
Yes,
top of
you
rock
can.
like that?
Yeah, you
like
can.
not for long periods of time, but I'm saying like if I'm moving cars.
No, you
around.
totally can park on it.
in my experience, it
If
really
you want to
depends on
go,
the kind of rock you use.
what you can do
so-
is also go smaller, so it's not so big,
Yeah.
And then you can park you could park the Civic or the CRZ
Because like
on
pea
it.
gravel is good, but if it's too deep, you end up creating ruts and you sink into it, and then you end up flinging it.
Well,
at
no,
the
this
house when
stuff
you
is
try and
like
drive out.
thick, big
It's
chunks.
chunks.
The only
They're like-
thing
if
If
is
it's
like
big
that
chunks,
permabark.
then yeah.
Otherwise goes by
the only
name
downside is
permabark.
that it's sharper.
Yeah.
I
But
don't think
if
a rock
you
can
put,
puncture a
say,
tire.
the Dodge Ram goes over there, it's fine because the tires are built to handle that kind of thing.
I
wouldn't
you can
put
go
a
smaller in
streetcar on
size.
it.
You can
Yeah.
go smaller down in size.
Hot rock talk. I know you guys are bored to death right now. They're sitting
But
here
you
like
could,
Anthony.
and then but I think it'd be a great idea. I like your idea of rocking that side.
Yeah.
I think it'll
I
look
just
good.
less maintenance, and then eventually, if I wanted to run a drip line like on the border of the property, I could do a drip line there, and then do some shrubs, do something light. I just don't want that maintenance over there. It's just one of those stupid pieces of grass that doesn't exist for no reason.
Right.
So I've already started salvaging it. I cut off
Cutting out pieces and putting them in other spots.
I was already I'm like, well, I'm going to kill it anyway. Might as well
Right.
use it while it's good.
Right.
So I start cutting out pieces, replaced a patch on the other front grass. My backyard's just hammered from the dog. There's literally nothing I can do. I'd have to replace the entire backyard. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. But yeah, so I did that, knocked out some other house-related stuff, sprayed for bugs, and then I went over to my parents' house, brought Lucy, and we went and checked out the ducks. They have some baby ducks that they have a canal in the back of their house. They have like a gate. You can go walk out to it. Terrifying, right? When she gets older, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna have to like do something about this, right? But just super cool. So went over there, hung out for a little bit, and then got home. And my wife has been killing it with her cooking game lately, right? So not to bore you guys even more to death, but I will say that in our household, I'm the better cook.
Right.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
Levi, are you? Is Carly a better cook than you?
Yes.
She is a better cook than you.
Well,
Be honest. I mean, she's not going to watch it. I mean,
I cook more than she does.
you
But
cook
when
more
she
than
cooks-
her, but is she a better cook than
Yes.
you overall?
When she makes something, it's better than I could make it.
Really? Okay. And then Dane, what about you?
I actually used to cook a lot more. I've been a lot more lazy recently with stuff, but yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. We
Can
both
Liz
have our
cook?
advantages. Yeah, we both have like our little minor strong suits, but
I mean, if you were to Master Chef yourself, right? If you and Liz, Master Chef, who's winning?
Carly would beat me.
I would say she would probably beat me.
You think Liz would beat you?
Probably.
Okay.
Unless it's barbecuing, in which case I can handle that, but yeah.
Confidently?
Confidently, yes.
Okay. All right. So I think for the most, me and my wife both agree I'm a better cook than her.
My
right?
wife would say
And-
that for barbecuing.
and
She'd say, "I don't." Let Levi run that.
Yeah, my wife would know across the board, right? Probably outside of baking, I can't bake for crap, but I mean, outside of that cooking, I'm probably an overall better cook than her. Now she has made it a goal to become a better cook, right?
Okay.
And so I have been reviewing her dishes for the last
Very nice.
probably couple months,
Yeah.
right? Giving her some advice, little pieces,
Tony's
bits in
reviews.
here, and she's come up with her own pasta thing that she's been making. She's been making a lot of pasta lately, like like the bow tie noodles, and she makes a sauce. She makes like a white wine sauce with a little bit of heavy whipping cream, garlic, things like that to really kind of pull together lemon, and she's killing it, man. Like, it's so good. So she made some for me last night, and she's like, it's so funny because she'll like watch me as I take a bite of it, and she's just looking for like
She's doing
initial
to
reaction.
you what you do to me during Dane reviews.
Absolutely. And I get it because it is satisfying to see when somebody likes your food. And but yeah, so she's been doing a really good job. Like I said, she really wants to step up her cooking game. It's hard.
Maybe to get you to shave off your mustache.
Maybe that's what she's trying to do, right? But it's tough because like I grew up in a very ethnic household, right? Where I grew up around Portuguese food and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy things. Like I was
Yeah.
eating octopus at like 5.
Yeah.
Right? What other kid is going to go eat some type of
Other
spicy
Portuguese
I
children.
was said I
octopus
had
kid,
calamari at 10, but that was
Yeah, but Dane, I'm talking like I'm like eating like
Raw
like
octopus? No.
tentacles and stuff, and I'm just
Yeah,
like
no.
loving it. So I grew up around all this like really flavorful, really rich food, and so whenever I cook stuff, I try to embody a lot of that kind of gourmet taste and
Sure.
taste, look, and feel, right? Minus the fried fish heads. That's something that won't bode
Yeah,
well
I'm
in
a
our
pass
household.
on that.
But Katie, she's killing it. So she's made it a goal. I told her to continue. I said, "You've already beat me at pasta. I can't make pasta as good as you or any of that stuff." So she's just looking at what's next on her hit list. So
Going for the more complex dishes now.
it could be there's could be steak, but I'm telling you what, if she goes after my wings,
Oh.
right, then there's gonna be issues.
I
with-
would
there's gonna be
love to
issues with
see
the
her
What
household.
if she makes like the best wings
Beat
you've
you
ever
at
had?
your own wing game.
I would
to
be
watch your face.
genuinely upset if she learned how to make better, like an overall better buffalo style wing than I did. I would actually be mad about
Katie,
it.
you're watching this right now. You know your next mission.
Yeah, I don't know.
Impressive.
I don't know, but I don't know. So she's been killing it. So we did that. Had a good dinner, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I did a lot more than I'm saying right now. There was a couple hour window where Katie took the baby, and I did some stuff around the house. But when you black out,
Yeah.
and you don't know what you did.
Well, you
but
got into flow.
I woke up with like tools in my hand, and I went like, what happened?
Yeah.
Suddenly
You
your
had
name
paint
is,
on your
like,
face, but you were in
Steven.
the backyard on the ground.
Yeah.
Are you Mark or
Tools in your
Steven?
hands.
I don't know who I am, Dane, but that was it. I mean, like pretty easy weekend, but I'm looking forward to these upcoming
Yeah,
weekends.
there's a good idea, Peter.
Peter,
delicious
risotto.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, that could be something. Like I said, I love cooking. I really do.
Yeah.
And I know that she's liking it more, and so we'd like to take it to the next level, right? See
It's
what kind of
fun when
crazy
you
stuff.
finally feel like you're doing it well. It's not fun leading up to that point.
Like I butchered some recipes.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Same.
recipes. It's just, I don't follow recipes. I just literally just say this probably sounds like it would go good.
Yeah.
Right. I've thrown cinnamon in things that shouldn't have cinnamon, and I've been
Well,
wow
you threw
that
patchouli in that.
tastes- just like I threw patchouli in a
In
scent.
that fragrance
shouldn't
that
have
really
thrown
didn't
patchouli
need it.
inside there. Right.
That was a bad
but,
decision.
I want to start experiencing more with capers.
I warned you before you did
You
it.
you a caper guy, Levi?
Not at all.
I love.
I'll take the capers.
You like capers? I like capers. Anyway, I'll figure out something. So that's it. That's it for me.
Man, what an eventful podcast. This
Birthday, bags, cooking,
was. Oh, man.
and rock.
I'll tell you what, it
You never
just
know what you're gonna get.
feels good. You never know what you're going to get. We didn't really mention detailing outside of BMW.
I finished
X5
Peacemaker.
detailing here.
There really is no wrong time to rock.
No,
So-
there isn't. So you enjoyed the show.
So review the show 1 to 10
Oh, it was good. It was
Give
good.
us a 1 to
Last
10.
3 episodes were a blast.
without any.
Spoilers.
No, not spoilers. I don't want your wife to influence anything.
No, Carly
of
didn't
your
want.
own.
I binged the last 3 episodes.
So what's your
Saturday
personal
night.
review 1 to 10?
I think it's a good 8.
Okay.
I think it could have
Yeah.
been a little better. I liked it at the very end, but I thought it was good overall.
Favorite character.
Favorite character. I did like what's his name with the V. Vigilante. I thought he was hilarious. I really liked.
When he's in the
I
jail.
liked at the end when he's standing at the
Oh.
hospital and he's like, "Wow, well, guess everything's all good." They're like, "You really need to get checked out," and he's like, "I'm fine," and they're like, "You were shot," and then he's like, "Nah, I'm good," and then he just falls over. Like it reminded me of like Pineapple Express when
Yeah.
Danny, he's like, I think I lost a lot of blood, and they're like, "I'm pretty sure he died for a minute there."
Oh, man. That show is solid.
So I thought it was good. I liked a lot of the funny stuff at the end. Like, I liked my favorite was, that gets the raccoon.
Yeah.
He's like, "That was a lot harder than I thought." And they're like, "That was literally how I expected a grown man to grab a raccoon." I thought exactly how it
Effed him up, dude. He had cuts all over his face. I love when that eagle drops the helmet, and they're like, no.
went the wrong way. Yeah, no, that was great. I thought that was funny.
Steve Agee running over a fence and just immediately.
Yeah.
Like, oh!
That's what happened when that would happen to Nick. Like,
Oh no!
All right, Dane,
so
take it
good
away. No
times.
spoilers.
All right, everybody. It's been a wonderful little morning session here. We've got a lot to do this week, and we've got Q&A coming up on Thursday. So go over to the Rag Company YouTube channel. Make sure you're ready for Q&A Thursday when I put that out live. But in the meantime, enjoy your week. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to this channel, obviously, if you haven't done so. And just have a good week. That's all we're
Get
saying.
ready to see us May 30th
Yes.
at the Rag Company EU in Hengelo. Please come see us, guys. We're gonna be we'll be there on the 30th, and then come see us at Waxstock in June.
That's
Yeah.
it, guys. All right, we'll see you later. Have a great week.
See ya.